Okay. Class number 9, is it today?
Yes, sir.
9 or 8?
9 only, sir.
Hmm. So today we'll talk about here conversion. So we have a syllabus here is RISE W. Okay. So RISE expansion here is R for reports. Okay. I for interface and C for conversion, E for extension. Okay. And then W for workflow. We already covered little or major topic reports. Now it is conversion we are talking about here. Okay. Interface conversion processes nature is similar. The way of loading, the way of scheduling is different. So interface we'll see later. So right now it is conversion. Okay. Workflow also we have to cover. Now conversion is the important topic. In your syllabus, major is reports and then conversions only. Okay. So conversion means your old system, your company is using some other software. Old system will call it as a legacy system. It is okay. Legacy system. Legacy system to Oracle applications. We have to convert the data. So that is called as a conversion. In one line, we can say converting old system data into Oracle apps is called as a conversion. Okay. So what type of the data we can convert? If you take P2P cycle, items onwards, like item you can convert it, then item category, what category it is, then item costs we can convert. Okay. Then on hand quantities we can convert. Then if you take PO module, in PO module, like you have a requisition, right? Requisition we can PO, then receipt. Like that actually. These many things. Conversion is a major topic. Whenever you are moving from third-party system to Oracle applications, you will have a huge work here. Okay, that is called as a conversion. Close. It ఏమంది డోర్ కూడా క్లోజ్. సో అంత దూరం ఎందుకు? ఇక్కడ ఏమైనా ప్రాబ్లమా చూడడం స్క్రీన్? నేను గట్టిగా మాట్లాడాల్సి వస్తుంది, మళ్ళీ పోయి ఇంటర్వ్యూ చేయాలి. ఎనర్జీ లాస్ కదా అనవసరంగా. రోజులో మీకు తెలియదు ఏ టైంలో ఇంటర్వ్యూ చేస్తామో. మొన్న పొద్దున 7కి చేసే ఇంటర్వ్యూ. ఈసారి ఇంటర్వ్యూ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఒక వీడియో కాల్ చేసి చూపిద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నాను, ఎందుకంటే నా కష్టం మీకు తెలియాలి యాక్చువల్గా. 7 o'clockకి మీరు లేచిన కూడా లేచి ఉండరు, బెడ్ మీద అట్లే ఉంటారు. కానీ ఇక్కడ వాడు 1 hour ఇంటర్వ్యూ తీసుకున్నాడు. ఆ 1 hour 4 ఉంటారు. ఆ నలుగురు ఎలా ఉంటారు అంటే యుద్ధమే. ఇంటర్వ్యూ అంటే యుద్ధం చేసేది యాక్చువల్గా. ఎనీవే, సో వీఆర్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ హియర్ conversion. Okay. In this conversion theory, I can tell you half an hour also, but there is no use. Okay. Straight away, we'll get into the practical. So now, what we are taking is, we are taking as an example here, price list. You are already aware of this price list. In order management, we have seen here. If you look at order management, then order returns, sales orders, This is the price list here. Right now you are seeing only one, but there are n number of price lists. So these many price lists are already loaded in this application. You will get in the form of Excel sheets here, name, description, and other stuff. Only here it is showing two things only, but actual price list is somewhere else, right? That you know, right? So actual prices are somewhere else. That is an
Oracle
Oracle
pricing.
Pricing Manager Global. So whatever the price lists are newly loading, you have to load here. One or two we can enter manually also. You can enter manually currency, all this, whatever you are saying. But if there are 3,000 records, 5,000 records, how we can do? We have to follow this procedure. Okay, for this package is also required. Through package only will load, but we have two methods here. One is open interface, other one is API. API is ready-made. Even open interface is also Oracle only given all this. We are not doing anything. Only we should know which program we can use, which API we can use. So I took an example for this is price list conversion. Okay, we'll discuss few in this course. So this is the example. I am not taking item or requisition or PO or receipt. So for every entity, there will be a conversion. Procedure is same, but column values, validations, these are all different. Okay. So first example is here is price list conversion. In this, there are two methods I told you. One is open interface, other one is API, Oracle application. In the Oracle application, we have interfaces here, application program interfaces. So to know the name of this is, we have a responsibility. That responsibility you must have. If it is not there, we may need to add into your responsibility list here. So this is the responsibility name. Service oriented architecture. SOA means full form it is service oriented architecture. In this, so directly what you can do, you can go to search here, product family. You need to choose a product family here. Pricing belongs to which module? It is integrated with the order management I am taking. And there is a advanced pricing here. And interface type is, if you want to go with the package or API, you can go with the PLSQL. And other one is like open interface, you can use open interface. We have two methods also. Open interface method is there, PLSQL method is. So which method we need to prefer is if there is a larger volume of data, like 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 2 million. So at that time we can go with the APIs. Here there is no term API. APIs are built by using PLSQL only. So click on go. Your package name you can identify here. This is the package name. Okay. This package consists of entities to set up a price list. QP price list pub. If you just copy this and put into the toad, F4, you can see here. In this is a big package built by Oracle only. In 2010, they created this package and modified in 2015. Okay. And but originally created in 2006 it is. Okay. And by Shulin. So he is the Oracle employee, Oracle Corporation employee. He has created this package in 2006. So that package we are using right now in this new version. Okay. In this, we have to use this process price list. These are all the record types. Record types in PLSQL you can get to know. Process price list is the P means here procedure, or F also we can see somewhere, that is function. Procedure or function you can see. In this procedure, there are certain parameters here. One is version number. Okay. Other one is initialization, return values, commit, return status, count, and data. So all are mandatory parameters. These are all mandatory parameters. If you go up little, you may check here the meaning of this each and every parameter. No need to go Google also. Here only you can identify. So first here is API name, process price list. And type is here public, private. Okay, public means you can access across all other program units. So that's why it is public here. And this is a function. Okay. Prerequisites, there are no prerequisites. And parameters. So we have seen parameters, right? First parameter is what it is. This one, version. So API version, who has created this? What is the version number? How many number of times it is modified here? So first param is parameter. First parameter is what it is? API version number. And second parameter is, it will have only two things here, true or false only. If there is initial messages, already sometimes actually will create a default values. If it is already default values, then true or false, see parameter, P means parameter here. So it will have only two values, true or false. Then third one is return values. This also, if API is success, it will return something. This is also true or false only. False if there are no return values. If there is something else to return, then it will be true here. So this is entire one statement, and this is a one statement here. True or false. Okay. The next one is P commit here. True or false if the modifier should be committed. If you are inserting something, you have to commit it. If you want to commit it, what you have to do? You need to do true here. And then another one is return status, message count, message data. So these are all 7 parameters. For this particular API, these are all mandatory parameters. If you don't pass, it will fail. Now next is each and every parameter, they only given this description here. Okay. And this is the base table for price list. QP list headers. Into this table only we are loading the data. Next one is QP list lines. Somewhere here you can check. This is for list line, this is for list headers. And there's one more also, pricing attribute somewhere. These are all pricing attributes table. Overall 3 things right here. We go to Oracle pricing. There are 3 things here. One is header record, line record, and one more is attributes. So 3 base tables. Can you tell me the base tables here? I shown you here base tables. Base tables means here only we are going to insert the data. So what are the base tables here? QP, list headers. QP means quality pricing. QP list lines B. And one more is QP quality pricing. It is a short name of module. Okay. Pricing short name is QP. QP pricing attributes. Okay. See, our aim is what it is actually. Whenever they give a data in the form of Excel sheet, straight away blindly we should not load it. We have to make sure the data is valid or not. Some unstructured data, junk data, if they give, how we can load into these tables? As for format, we have to follow, right? Name, in place of name, we cannot give date, correct? And in place of currency, you cannot give ABCD. Here AED and AUD, Australian dollar, Chileans, like that. If somewhere, if new record comes, if currency is not there at all, then your record will fail. Okay. Ultimately, you are loading the data into this particular forms through backend tables. So blindly, instead of loading the data, what we can do, first step here is you will keep the file data into certain tables. Tables are here is, we'll call it as staging tables that we only need to create. Programmer or developer need to create these tables. How they will create the table is, they will take the description of this particular table. Simply go to table. It is the table. Then after that, press F4. Script here. In this script, columns, whatever the columns are there, we have to take it. Just simply press F4 again. Go to script portion. These are all the columns. Whenever you are creating a table, you also need to include some who columns. These are all who columns. So who has created, when it was created, then after that, there are 20 minutes class plan. 20 minutes class plan. These are all called as a who columns. Just remember once, creation date by any table in Oracle Apps, you must maintain all these 5 tables. If you are creating a new table also, you have to include all these 5 columns here. Creation date by last update date, last update login, all this. And the next, what are you loading here? You are loading the name of the price list. Okay. Description, currency, whatever yellow colors. These yellow colors are mandatory. Okay. Just check each and every column. If you are not able, if you don't know this, what it is, or if you don't know this, what it is, you can simply go to your ETRM. Okay. ETRM. You have to observe every column. That means whatever you are loading. We have to take higher version always. Say right now 12.2. In the industry, Oracle applications version is recently. Okay. Recent version. So it is 12 to 13 it is. Okay. If they want to use 12 to 13, there should be a process here. They need to purchase it. Of course, they released in November 2023, this latest version. But to implement in the companies, they may take years time. Okay. Anyway, our version is what is 12 to 2. This is the latest, which is available actually to install. Back dictionary. Table module name here is QP pricing. Say there's a short form QP. In this module, there are 120 tables, but we don't use many tables. We'll use hardly 3-4 tables or 10 tables. Right now, 120. A table name QP list headers, right? So in this list itself, there are other tables also, temporary tables, log tables, faces, I don't know. If you don't know the table, you can simply click on this. It will give you, okay, current faces it is showing. But our major table is B for base table. In this, you can see all the columns. Sorry, not here. In this. Every column description they have given here. In Oracle also advertisements coming. Yeah, like this, see. These are all. Every column description you can see. I wanted name. Price list name. List name. Okay. Down sequences. Okay, list type. Like header ID. So we were discussing about this, right? List type code. You can see the information here. This stores the type of modifier list. For example, price list, discount list, promotion list based on the value it is. So sometimes your company will give a promotion also, and they will give discounts in the festivals or any other based on the season. So what type of the list it is? Is it a only price list or discount list or promotion list? What type of the list type it is? So like that, you can find out the functionality. Okay. Now you got idea like how many columns you have to copy. So just press F4 again. These are all. 2 columns are mandatory, 5 columns. And next is program ID not loading. And this request ID also important because whenever you are loading the data, through which request ID the data belongs to, and list type code. Just before we have seen the values, correct? 3 values, price list, discount list, and one more is promotion. So that in the application, if you look at where exactly it is, price list type. This is the entity. So list source code, it doesn't have a value. In the header only it is, yeah. In the other tab, it is there, it's disabled already, okay? What we can do, copy or close this file. Corporate, right? Or price list. Yeah, here also disabled. So based on the values, you need to take it here. Okay, one is currency, description, corporate, and then list name. By default, also some values we can take it. List source code, list system source code, order fulfillment, all this. Anyway, the file data will give you, so you'll get a clarity. So who will give you the file here is from third party. Third party also will have a software engineers. They will give you the data. So what type of the data they will give? 3 files. One is header, line, other one is attributes. So first open the header. So they gave here only one record, okay, for testing purposes. But they will give you thousands of records like this. Okay, if it is success for one record, then it will be true for other records also. So don't feel that for one record, why we need to go this much hectic process. This is just for, that's why I mentioned here for testing sake it is. But in the organization, you will get the data, thousands of data, 30,000, 70,000 like that it is based on the client business, client branches. Okay. So list type code we have seen, right? PRL is a code and name of the price list. You can give here any new. If it is already loaded, then it will not load, right? So instead of test, I'm putting my name. You also have to put your name here. Otherwise, it will give a duplicate because if it is already loaded by others, it will not allow you next time. So I mentioned my name here. Then this is the description and currency. Overall, 4 columns only we are loading in this. See, it doesn't have all other columns. We are not at all populating. These columns we are not at all populating. Okay. Now focus on this first headers. The next lines. And here is the place, the name of the price, same thing only. Make sure there is a relation here. Same price list name you have to copy and paste. Like this. If there is, if you maintain both are different, then it will not be able to load. There is a master detail relationship here. Now line level. That's it. Save. See the next. Using CSV file here. One more is last attributes. Okay, this is the item here. Item also you need to take existing item. If you take some other item, you will not be able to allocate the price. So existing item means here. Here you have selected item, right, earlier? In this item number, product value, you have selected some laptop or something, correct? This item, we have to keep it over here. Like this. Okay. If you take your own item, it will not work. Item must be available into your inventory. Right. Now, if the pricing attribute value, these are all range actually. That's fine. Value from value to 10 to 15 we have given. And here also we have to change, right? These two, price list name. That's it, guys. All the three files are ready. Who will give you these files is, you will get it from client. Client will keep you into one particular directory. They will not send you email also, remember this. Earlier, they used to send email, but nowadays they will keep into application only. So where exactly they will keep into application is, you can connect to server here. I am connecting server right now. This is my laptop, my local machine, but I am connecting to the server. It's a client server technology, Oracle apps. All the files you can access through server only. This is local machine and this is the server. Okay. In the server somewhere they will keep the files that your functional consultant or whoever it is, they will give the folder structure to them. They will keep directly these three files. These three files dynamically it will come to one particular directory in the server. Okay. So now come to the flow. So first step is what it is. So I'm telling you two steps only here. One is file to staging, and then second one is staging tables to base tables. So these two steps. Now first step here is file. Files, where will you get is, you will get in the directory. Is that clarified? Okay. Second one is staging table creation. How to create a staging table is, there is a script here. Like this. This staging table script from where we copied here is from the description of base table. Just press F4 simply. Go to scripts here. Copy and paste it. Simply copy entire columns or whatever selective columns. Selective columns means like we have 4 files, 4 records, 4 columns we got, right, in the files. 4 also you can take it up to you it is. So whatever the table, this table, create table name only. Copy, go to the tool, create it simply. Nothing else, a plain syntax only. Create table name and all the columns. While creating a columns, you have to make sure the who columns here. Who columns are these 5. Other than these 5, some extra columns also required. Record status. Sometimes actually, whenever you are loading the data, the record will fail. we have to mark as a failed record. And error message, why it is failed. These two are to maintain the errors. And these are all to maintain the history. And these are all actual columns. So staging table contains three parts. One is actual columns. Next one is request ID, record status, error messages to maintain the error records. And the next is to maintain a history. Is that clear? Okay. Now, let's see. Create missing or invalid option. If you take this, see, I just clicked on this. Just check where it is highlighted. Okay. Okay, maybe semicolon is. It's already used by another existing object. Okay, you can keep your name, table name, like this. Table is created. So as of now, we have finished only two steps in this last 40 minutes discussion. What are they? One is files, second one is staging table. That's the only two steps. Now, how to load here is there is a control file is required. Control file. In short form, CTL file it is. CTL is control. Control file we have to develop, that is an input to SQL LDR or SQL loader. We'll call it a SQL loader or SQL loader or SQL star loader. These are all people are calling it as. By using SQL star loader, we are loading this particular file data into this staging table. So one line is file to table. How are you loading? Through utility. This is called a utility. SQL star loader is a utility. It is not a tool. Okay. We'll call it as utility. By using utility, we are loading the data into staging table. So how can you load here is through control file. This you only need to develop. How to develop is I'll show you. So this is the control file. CTL file. You can see here. Open. This is the one. So first line is options. Skip is equal to 3. Why skip is equal to 3 is like if you see a file here, it has 3 records unnecessarily. In the table, we should not load, but for us only they kept here. These are all column titles. Y means it's mandatory column. Okay, and it doesn't have Y, it is optional column it is. And what type of the data type it is, varchar, like that. Okay, this is the number data type. These are all for our awareness only. These 3 they mentioned, but these 3 we should not load into table. So what we have to do, we have to skip it. So for skipping, what is the syntax here? Skip. Skip is equal to number of records is 3. So are you okay with this? Okay. Now second line, loading. What we are doing here, we are loading data. See, all must be capital letters. Remember this here, capital. Load data. And this is English characters. Sometimes you may get non-English also, like exclamation symbol, dollars. Those are all. If it is non-English characters, it should not fail. That's why character set they have used. Okay. Now in file, ampersand 1 here. Ampersand 1 is the first parameter. Truncate. Whatever the table, if it is already having a data, it will remove the data. Okay. So what I'll do, I created with my own table. So take this. I'm putting here table name. Table name is mandatorily. Sometimes we'll miss to rename the table. Truncate into table. Replace is not required. Okay. Fields terminated by. So how fields are terminated here in the Excel sheet? Obviously, comma separated. If you just open with a notepad, these are all first column, comma, second column, comma. In some cases, these are all separated with the dollar also, or else tilde symbol here. See, this symbol is different. Or sometimes you will get pipe symbol also. This is the pipe symbol. Okay, first column, then pipe symbol, second column, pipe symbol, like that. Based on the separator it is. We'll call it as a column separator. So in this case, column separator is, it is comma. If it is with the pipe separator, what you have to do, we have to put pipe here. Okay, so right now it is comma. Is that okay, this line? What is the advantage with this? Fields are mated, just a column separator you have to keep. And optionally enclosed by. Sometimes like big names will be there here. In the Excel sheet, is the place. Like it will have some commas, inverted commas, big names will be there. At that time, actually, it will consider as a double quotes. And trailing null calls, it will check for null values at the end. Whenever it is ended, then it will consider as a that particular row is ended. For every control file, these are all copy paste. For every, you take any control file, these are all mandatory. Okay. And these are all list of columns from your table. Of course, we are not loading all this, you can remove also. And then record status. If you are processing newly this record, we have to put as a new year. Okay. And these are all automatically we can populate through system, 2 columns. To populate it, like we can use FND profile, or these are all some other profile options we have to use, but right now ignore, we'll see. So again, we are coming from first line. So tell me, what is the use of options keyword? To skip the number of records while loading. And load data, purpose of load data, loading data. Then characteristic is for English characters. And truncate, what it will do, whatever the data which is already available, it will remove everything. And it will be committed also. Fields terminated by is separator. Trailing null calls, it will consider as the end of the column. And these are all the columns. And then one column I made is a default new record it is. Clear? Are you comfortable with this? Is control file? Yeah, in file means the data which is already available in that file. But file is where it is. Here we have to give a path of the file. File path, file name also we have to give. Okay, the data which is available in the file, but the file we have to pass as a dynamically parameter based it is. Okay, in file is a syntax. It will indicate that from which file the data is available. Okay, into which file the data is available, that we are indicating here. Now close this. Okay, we have to save, right? If you want, you can save this. CTL, small CTL is enough, guys. Don't put capital CTL. And where exactly you are in? You are into this particular folder only. Here I am putting my name. Usually it will be a client name, but here many students are there, right? People will use same name, then again they will come, it is not working. Put your own names for all tables, files, everything. Clear? Underscores don't keep in the extension files. Simply. Okay, this is required, right? Pricing, otherwise price headers. CTL is not required. So this is the way we can keep the name of the price list, CTL file. Save. Now go to our notes. Tell me how many points completed till now. One is first step file. Second is control staging table. And third is control file. 3 points only we covered till now. Now fourth point is what it is. See, this second point we'll discuss in the next class, okay? Because that is all coding oriented little. Next step will be here. See, again, I'm just making a note for you, just for understanding. First step is what it is? File. CSV files or text files or dat file, zip and all it won't accept. Okay. CSV files first step. Second step is create staging table. Third step is create control file. And fourth step is register as a program, concurrent program. This is the fourth step. We'll stop after this point, okay, in this class. So how to register a program, you know very well. We have some bullet points, correct? One is executable, and second one is concurrent program. Third one is request group, and fourth is submit from responsibility. Okay. These are all the 4 steps pending right now. So all in which responsibility you can see is you already worked on XML. I don't need to say separately. All 4 are accessible under a responsibility, that is, you can go to system administrator. Then concurrent, these are all navigations you need to remember, guys. Executable. So it is not a Oracle report. So it is SQL loader, star loader. Method is SQL star loader. File name. So which is your file? See, file is, this is the file, right? But this file is in my local machine. You have to keep in the server, then only, otherwise your system will fail. It will not be able to pick it up. You have to move this file into the server. So how to move, where to move, or first let's not to move. So once system gives error, then you will get to know. I'm not moving right now. So are you okay with the executable? Now next is concurrent program. Concurrent program we have to do, go to application. Okay, just keep a file name only. So not this. Which module we have to use here? If it is pricing, give it pricing, or if it is comes under order management, I'm just giving order management suite. This is the file name, save. The next is concurrent program. Concurrent program executable already over. Next is define. Order management. Then parameters. File name and path. Value set. Your file directory is not saved into directory. So we have to create a none value set, that is characters. This I am using. And this is the mandatory parameter. You have to make required here. Otherwise, you may submit directly. It will end up as a error. Save. Clear? 2 steps over. So next is request group. Request group navigation, do you remember? Security. Okay. Request. But what is the name of the request group for order management? Do you know that? No, that is for some other. To know it, you can go to define. First identify one time, okay?
Standards.
Request group name is OM concurrent programs it is. So what you have to do? Go to request attach this to your program. That's it. And one last step in this is submit from responsibility. Auto management. It is going to give an error because it will not be able to find a file from server. Let's see the error. Okay. So file path. File path. Let's say if you give this name or CSV file name. It is my local machine file name. We are giving unknown file name to the server or to the program. So it is expected error. You can check. File not found. File where you have to keep here is you have to keep in this directory. In this directory. Bin it is bin. Bin that to ONT means order management. So system is easily giving the error and the file directory also it is giving. Copy this. Control O. Remove this. Click on OK. So here is the place. In this particular directory, you need to move your file. File name is what it is. Control file. We have to keep it. This is the file. And in the same way, this is also we have to move. The CSV, you don't need to move this particular directory. You can keep anywhere. So I am giving the path while submitting again. I'm just keeping in front of it like this. Okay, this is the path of your input file. Now, what it is going to do here is it is going to load the data into your staging table. Your staging table we already created. This is the table. Select star from. This is the way you can see the data. Just Excel file data we are CSV file data we are loading into tables. As of now, we did only one step we can say. File to staging. So in the next class, what we can do, staging to base table. The API I shown you, right? API. This API. How to give your values, what values it will expect, what are the validations, how to filter the data. That's again big discussion. Okay, tell me bullet points what we covered. Just 4-5 points enough. First of all, what is conversion? Whatever there is no specific bookish definitions here. What is
Converting data, sir. Converting data, sir.
converting
From one old system
where
to
to where?
old system to
Old system to?
Oracle apps.
Okay. So in how many ways we can load? Correct. One is open interface, other one is API. Do you remember API name?
Access.
Remember also fine. This is the API.
QP underscore.
Price list pub. Pub means public API. Okay. And process we started. Files, how many types of files we have here? Not 2, 3, right? Headers, lines, and one more attributes. What is the structure of control file? You need to remember the entire file in front of your eyes from here onwards. Options, load data, in file, parameter, then truncate. So we have some other keywords also we'll use. So I'll tell you practically. If I can say right away, there are 3-4 keywords, but no use. So truncate into table name, then fields terminated by optional link. This entire structure you have to say. Okay, you need to remember in sequence. Now next. So after that, we have to restage a program. To restage a program, few steps we need to follow. One is executable concurrent program. Only two is enough. Request group is already there. Responsible is already there. Only two steps. Create executable, create a concurrent program attached to request group. Request group name, you already seen. What is the name? OM concurrent. That is for order management. If module changes, request group also will change. But in the company, single request group will be there. All programs, whatever the module it is, they will keep into that custom object, not module related. Okay. So I'm stopping at this point. సో ఎంటైర్ క్లాస్లో నేను చెప్పింది 5 పాయింట్లు. ఓకే, 5 పాయింట్లకు గంట పైన పట్టింది. నేను స్పీడ్ పోతున్నా అనుకోదండి. మీరు కావాలంటే దాంట్లో ఆప్షన్ ఉంటుంది కదా, 0.75, 0.5 స్లో పెట్టేసేయండి వీడియోలో. ఓకే, 3 ఫైల్స్ లోడ్ చేయాలి అంటే అన్నీ ఇప్పుడే చెప్తే రేపు మళ్ళీ ఉంది కదా క్లాస్, కన్ఫ్యూజ్ ఎక్కువ చేయను అనమాట. అంతే, ఇందా కొత్త కదా ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు అంటే చాలా స్పీడ్ ఉన్నావు, మిగతా వాళ్ళు నీ స్పీడ్ అందుకోలేరు, అది ప్రాబ్లం. మిగతా చేయాలి, లైన్స్ అట్రిబ్యూట్స్ చేయాలి. You want to say one more time what we did today? Only one line, that is file to staging. We have loaded through control file into staging table. So all the points we can club into single line. Okay. Finish today, guys. So I am telling price list conversion, but you guys are practicing P2P O2C. It is not good. Okay. Practice price list only today. So before closing, do you have any doubts, guys, online? వీళ్ళందరికీ ఇప్పుడు జ్వరాలు వచ్చినాయి, అందుకే వీళ్ళు క్లాస్కి రాలేదు తెలుసా. ఎవరినన్నా అడుగు, జ్వరం వస్తుంది, కడుపున వస్తుంది. సాఫ్ట్వేర్ జాబ్ అంటే వెరీ ఈజీ అయిపోయింది. గైస్ ప్లీజ్ ఫినిష్ దిస్, టేక్ 2 hours or 3 hours, finish and let me know.
Okay.
Join breakout room now only.
Okay.